Emma and I had been together for almost 3.5 years. We met through a mutual friend at a friend's birthday party. She was vibrant, had this big personality that filled a room, and could talk to anyone about anything. I'm more reserved, not shy, just quieter. So I liked that she brought energy into my world. We clicked fast. The first 2 years were great. We traveled, made playlists together, cooked, laughed, even adopted a dog. Her creativity was infectious. She worked as a freelance graphic designer, mostly remote. I worked in a warehouse, early shifts, Monday through Friday. I was always the one up early, out by 6 a.m. and back by 3. She had the rest of the afternoon to herself, and I never really thought anything of it. Things started to change during year 3. Slowly, not all at once. She started getting more into her appearance. Not in a bad way, but she was dressing nicer, putting on makeup even on days she said she was working from home. She started talking about this branding client that she was meeting regularly. She said it was helping her expand into more high-paying freelance work, and I was genuinely happy for her. Then she started staying out late more. Sometimes she'd say she was working at a cafe or meeting a client in the evening. Sometimes she said her friends were dragging her out for drinks. I trusted her. She was independent and always had her own life, too. I never wanted to be the clingy or controlling boyfriend. But the lies started adding up. I noticed she'd turn her phone face down all the time. She never used to do that. She stopped showing me her design work. She said she was under NDA for some of it now. Once I asked her if I could see a logo she was working on, and she just said, "I already deleted it," without even looking up. Weird little moments like that began piling up. Then came the real shift. One Saturday, I'd planned to hang with some old friends, a last-minute plan. But around noon, they canceled, so I came home. Emma had told me she'd be at this small local cafe near the park all day, working on a rebranding project, so I figured I'd swing by and surprise her with lunch and coffee. Just a nice gesture. I remember walking up the street and spotting her through the cafe's big window. She wasn't alone. She was sitting at a small table across from a guy I'd never seen before. Well-dressed, beard, sharp haircut, kind of smug-looking if I'm being honest. She was leaned in close, laughing. Not polite chuckles, real laughter, the kind I hadn't seen from her in months. Her hand brushed his arm like it was second nature. They looked comfortable, intimate. I stood there for a few seconds, not even thinking, just staring through the glass, holding this paper bag with sandwiches and drinks in my hand. She didn't notice me, at first. Then she turned, and I'll never forget her face. Her eyes went wide, and she froze. She didn't wave. She didn't smile. Just froze. The guy turned and looked too, but he didn't seem surprised or panicked. That's what got me. He knew about me. I walked in slowly, calmly. I didn't yell. I didn't cause a scene. I just walked right up to the table, set the bag down, and said, "Lunch, since you were working." She couldn't speak. The guy looked away, like I wasn't even there. I looked at her one more time, shook my head, and walked out. She texted me maybe 20 minutes later, then called. I didn't pick up. She came home a few hours later, tried to explain. She said it wasn't serious, that she didn't know how to tell me, claimed it had only been a few weeks, that she wasn't sure how she felt yet, that we'd grown apart. I asked her, calmly, if she was dating him. She said yes. That's when I told her she needed to leave. She didn't cry. She just nodded, packed a bag, and left. The next day, she came back for more things, and that was it. We never spoke again. It's been almost 8 months now. I still don't understand how someone flips a switch like that. How someone who used to look at you like you were their whole world can just shift their gaze to someone else like you never existed. But I'm getting better. I sleep fine now. I focus on myself. I walk the dog. I cook for one. And I don't check cafe windows anymore.